So, let's go over your experiment design. Tell me again what you're investigating.
We want to look at how background music affects concentration, specifically, whether people do worse on a memory task when music is playing.
Music and concentration, good, that's a manageable question. Priya, you had some concerns?
Yes. My worry is the sample. We've recruited 30 participants, but they're all psychology students of about the same age. I think it's not varied enough, the results might not apply to anyone else.
That's a fair point about diversity, and worth noting in your write-up as a limitation. But let me tell you what I think the single biggest danger is here. It's not the sample, it's bias in the participants. If people know you're testing whether music harms concentration, they may unconsciously try harder, or worse, to fit what they think you expect. That could ruin your results.
So they shouldn't know the real purpose?
Not until afterwards, no. Now, how are you planning to run it?
I had an idea. What if we test each participant twice, once with music and once in silence, so we can compare?
Testing participants twice, yes, that's a good idea. Comparing each person to themselves is much more powerful than comparing different groups. Keep that.
Should we do anything before the main experiment?
Absolutely. Before you do anything else, run a small pilot study, just a handful of people, to test that your task and your equipment actually work. You'd be amazed how often something goes wrong that you only spot in a trial run. Do the pilot first.
Right, a pilot study first.
Now let me comment on the specific parts of your design. The plan to test participants twice, as I said, is a good idea, definitely do that. Your consent form, though, because you're now planning to withhold the true purpose at first, you'll need ethical approval before you can run anything. Don't skip that, submit it this week.
Okay, we'll get ethical approval.
On the number of participants, 30 is actually fine for this kind of study, so don't worry about recruiting more. The issue is variety, not quantity, and you can address that in your discussion.
Good, 30's enough then.
Your questionnaire, on the other hand, I looked at it, and honestly it's far too complicated. 30 questions, many overlapping. Simplify it down to the essentials, or people will lose patience halfway through.
We'll cut it down.
And the statistical analysis, you don't need to worry about that yet. Get your design approved and your data collected first, we can sit down and plan the statistics later. That can wait.
Perfect. That gives us a clear plan.